This week on Primo's Truth About Hunting.
We're back hunting in Oklahoma with full strut guide service.
Flew in here like a flock of mallards.
Look at the rope on this one, Jordan. Too big.
He couldn't stand it. I think he had a crush on old PhD.
We were getting ready to leave about that time.
Brant has it going on with the turkeys.
That's the way Oklahoma turkey hunting is right there.
Welcome to the woods, y'all. Down home with the boys. Here we go.
It's a natural high out back in the country. Trophy racking my sides, bragging rights on my buddy. If you wanna know why we do what we do, why tell ain't no lie, tell you the truth. It's a natural high.
Primo's Truth About Hunting is brought to you by Bushnell, Matthews, Rage, Cabela's, Yeti Coolers, Squincher, The Block Black, Ozonics, Black Gold, Ripcord, and Primo's Hunting. Speak the language.
This week, we're chasing them mean Rios in Oklahoma, or better known as the Sooner State. Oklahoma is one of 6 states on the old frontier strip. It has small mountain ranges, eastern forests, and over 1,200 miles of stretching water. Oklahoma is a major producer of natural gas, oil, and agriculture. And it also boasts a dominant population of Rio Grande wild turkeys in the western and central parts of the state. And we can't wait to bust loose on some of these Sooner State strutters. We're back hunting in Oklahoma again this year with full strut guide service and our good friend, owner-operator, Brant Rogers. The first couple of days we were in Oklahoma was kind of like just prospecting, if you will. We knew where these turkeys were roosted. We knew where they were flying down. It was just a matter of getting in there and not getting busted.
Killer bee ready to roll. It is 5:30 in the morning. It is about an hour and a half before daylight. But we're hunting close to the roost this morning. We know what trees these turkeys are in. Went in there yesterday afternoon, piled some limbs up for kind of some natural light. And hope for the best. Hopefully they're gonna pitch out. Yesterday we watched them. They pitched out in the same spot, so should be good this morning. We even got a little fog this morning. It's going to help big time trying to get in there. Our setup's about 55 yards from where they're in the tree. Hopefully they wake up this morning and look down at Killer Bee and catch an attitude.
Keith and Jordan have done their homework and are set up in an open field where they know turkeys like to pitch down with other turkeys to begin their day. Cody, who's running the camera, and we affectionately call him Rookie, by the way, forgets for a moment he's turkey hunting. Not deer hunting, as he's focused on these deer. When all of a sudden it seems like the turkey hunt has turned into a duck hunt. From the second camera angle, you can see Jordan and Keith were caught completely by surprise, as it seems every turkey in Oklahoma has just flown down right in front of them. Now let's see how slowly these big old boys can move. Cody is doing his best to stay on the same gobbler Keith is following. But when it comes to Jordan, well, that's going to be a different story entirely. Of course, Jordan is a different story altogether.
That's the way it's supposed to work right there, partner.
That was the most beautiful thing I have ever seen in my life.
That was almost like shooting geese right there. Cody, did they do what you wanted them to do?
Flew in here like a flock of mallards.
Hey, them suckers come in here and they put their feet down. They're like mallards coming in. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. What you think, Jordan? That's what I'm talking about.
That was
Look
as
at that.
textbook as
Man.
it is right there.
We have sat under these trees for an hour and a half this morning waiting on it to get daylight. And you know what? A plan come together.
It worked out.
Man, that's pretty.
How many turkeys were in here?
A bunch. Man, did you see that Cody come around right there? I just knew he was finna run up in the middle of them and bust them. But
As soon as he came out there, I saw
I
you click
used
the
my own
safety.
gun up. I said, yeah, they focused on him.
Cody,
Man.
you had a front row seat to that one, didn't you?
You just see ours pull back, and it's like mallards coming in there.
Yeah. Man,
That's the way Oklahoma turkey hunting is right there.
that is awesome. Brant has it going on with some turkeys, don't he?
This segment of Truth About Hunting was brought to you by Mossy Oaks Native Nurseries and Biologic and Summit Tree Stands.
What about the big old bearded hen?
Got you a double beard, Cody.
We were about to leave about that time.
That sucker was so pretty coming up through there.
Well, that first hunt here in Oklahoma, that was unbelievable. I had a front row seat to watching those turkeys pitch down right into our laps, and with the fog, it was like being in the best timber hole and mallards coming right into your face. But now we've swapped up, and I'm up. And we are set up just over the ridge from what I like to call a strut zone.
Now it's time for the rookie, Cody Kelly, to hunt Oklahoma. I'm glad Jordan quickly whispered to Cody that this turkey is a hen. Keith is about 30 yards behind and calling, when all of a sudden a pack of coyotes cut loose, and these gobblers go nuts. If you've ever wondered how a turkey might react if he was hit with one pellet, might as well have been shooting a BB gun.
We got him, baby. Attaboy, Keith.
That's right. Cody got him one.
Jordan, look at this King Daddy right here, buddy.
That's what I'm talking about.
Look at the hooks on him, Keith.
He got some good old spurs. He got a heck of a beard.
Can you see him right there, Jordan?
Hold him right there. They're about an inch long. Look, a double beard. Got you a double beard, Cody. Look at that.
Let me bring him so you can see him, Jordan.
All right.
Look at the rope on this one, Jordan. 2 beards.
Hey, now, 3 beards, 4 beards.
He got some strings on there. Good job,
That's
buddy.
what I'm talking about. Man, they didn't want to come in.
He sure did.
And then coyotes over here got fired up. And they started hammering. We started calling to them. Then they started answering us. And it was on then.
I'm telling you, I was sitting there, I looked up there by that tree, and I said, Jordan, I see their fans. He said, where? I said, right by that leaning tree. And son, they did perfect.
Did you see the hen that come across there?
Yeah.
She come across, and I said, well, they going to come, but I don't know if they're going to get close enough. And they turned and come straight to us.
What about the big old bearded hen?
Yes.
Came right by us.
She had a monster beard.
We were about to leave. Brant's up on the hill. We were getting ready to leave, and
we old schooled them.
About that time, and we've seen them strut right here. So we slipped in the back door and set up, and we were where they wanted to be.
Back and called about 100 yards back there.
It was perfect.
Worked out great.
This segment of Truth About Hunting was brought to you by Smokehouse Salt Company and Tight Spot Arrow Quivers.
Out in front of us, and there's turkeys everywhere.
He couldn't stand it. That nitro shut him down.
A double longbeard cross right in front of us. Nitro, baby.
Them things are bad.
The Primos Minute is brought to you by Polaris Ranger EV.
Now, when it comes to turkey hunting, the first call that comes to mind for me is the slate style. It can make the softest, quietest little yelps you've ever heard. And on the other hand, if you're prospecting, it will make the loudest cuts you've ever heard. Our new call, the Super Freak, is very similar to another call that we came out with years ago called the Freak. And the difference between the two, the Freak was a solid piece. And with it on your leg, if turkeys aren't answering it, you're stuck with it. There, you have to change it out. The new Super Freak, if you yelp on it, they don't like it, you simply swap out the call and start prospecting again to find out what they like. And it cuts down on all that movement that big Tom's gonna bust you with. You got one hand right here. Instead of holding up two, just like that. Man, these calls have come a long way since the old turtle shell and the slate. But I tell you what, when it comes to that big gobbler out there strutting, I'm gonna grab my Super Freak.
And that's how we speak the language.
Well, this morning we've had a big weather front moved in, and the wind has picked up tremendously. We gave up on just setting up and doing blind calling, so we started riding around, doing a little running and gunning, and seeing what we could strike up.
Okay. Oh, yeah, they are, because there's a truck road goes like that. Yeah. Let's get all of our stuff. We got out of the truck, and we're standing there talking. Looked up, my longbeard crossed right in front of us. Got to looking out in the pasture out in front of us, and there's turkeys everywhere. There's 4 longbeards and some Jacksons. A bunch of turkeys, so we're trying to and get a little game plan and get around on them where we can do something.
Nitro, baby. Them things are bad.
All the turkeys are right up there on the ridge, probably 200 yards. We'll try to crawl up under the barbed wire fence right here and go put the decoy out and not get busted. We're just gonna set up and see if we can call them. There's 7 long bears hanging out right here. It's worth a try. The sun's breaking out.
It's too open for us to get any closer.
Yeah, if we step out from behind this fence row, we're busted.
If there's one trick a turkey hunter must learn to do proficiently, it's the belly crawl. Jordan is about to do his best to crawl out into the edge of this field and place his PhD, that's short for pocket hen decoy, in sight of a group of strutting gobblers at the far end of the field. This usually never works, but this high wind is giving Jordan a little edge. If he can pull this off without getting busted, Jordan, well, I'll just have to start giving Jordan a little respect.
We got everything set up, and hopefully we didn't get busted. So when we come back, I'm going to see if I can get this heartbreaker loud enough for maybe 1 or 2 of those gobblers to break loose and come on in.
This segment of Truth About Hunting was brought to you by Ammo to Go and C Spire Wireless.
I think he's a 2-year-old. But he strutted. That sucker was so pretty. He couldn't stand it. I think he had a crush on old PhD. So as you saw earlier, Jordan had to crawl out up under this fence and set PhD up. And Cody's getting set up to call back behind us. I'm getting a big camera set up. We got 4 gobblers strutting on the other end of the pasture. Hopefully, we won't get busted while all of this is going on.
Well, so far so good, as Cody and Jordan are now in place.
Live down the fence row.
Jordan begins sawing on his box call to try and get one of these gobblers to break away from the flock and come and check out Miss PhD.
DI too right there, but he couldn't stand it.
Right. Hey, he didn't ever gobble, but he strutted. That sucker was so pretty coming up through there, Jordan.
I think he had a crush on old PhD.
I think so too.
That nitro shut him down.
He didn't even flock. Man, that's beautiful. Hey, your old girl right there behind you, she did it for you.
Yep. Look at that.
What's his hooks like, Joel?
They're all right. I think he's a 2-year-old.
Oh, yeah. I thought they were better than that. Hey, he's good enough.
That was awesome. Thank you, Keith.
Yep.
Run
Enjoyed
so
it.
hard, and then it comes so easy.
That's what I'm talking about.
Thanks for being with us on The Truth and sharing with us what we love and cherish so much, this great sport of hunting. Join us again as we continue the tradition of hunting and just living the outdoor lifestyle. God willing, we'll see you next week.
Next week on Primo's Truth About Hunting.
First morning in Wyoming.
I love putting them sights on.
That's probably the furthest I've ever seen one called up. Called them right up in our lap.
Man, there was turkeys gobbling everywhere. I was hanging right for his eyeball. Well, that's where you hit.
I take 2-year-olds all day long when they act like that.
They ran all the way across the pasture and up the hill.